Look at this question. Suppose nodes A and B are attached to the opposite ends of a cable with propagation delay of 12.5 milliseconds, which means they are saying that A is here and B is here. That is what they are saying. A and B are connected to the opposite ends, and the total propagation delay is, they are saying that it is 12, total propagation delay is 12.5 milliseconds. 12.5 milliseconds, that is what they are saying, and both the nodes attempt to transmit at time t equal to 0. So both of them start at time t equal to 0, and the frames collide, and after the first collision A draws k equal to 0 and B draws k equal to 1 in the exponential back off protocol. What does that mean? Both of them started transmitting, and now there is a collision, and once the collision signal has reached back, both of them have chosen the back off algorithm, and in back off algorithm A got k equal to 0 and B got k equal to 1. The meaning of this is A is allowed to transmit immediately without waiting any time, and B should wait for one time slot, at least one because it has chosen k equal to 1 in the exponential back off algorithm. Ignore the jamming signals, which means don't use the jamming signals in this question. Then at what time is A's packet completely delivered at B, which means both of them started at the same time, there is collision, and because of the collision A got k equal to 0 and B got k equal to 1, therefore A won the collision. So they are saying that after A wins the collision, if A starts transmitting, at what time the A's packet will be completely at B, which means at what time is A's packet completely delivered at B if bandwidth between the link is 10 Mbps, which means they are saying that the bandwidth is 10 Mbps and size of the packet is 1000 bits. This length of the packet is 1000 bits. That is what they are saying. So in order to solve this question, we should understand one thing first. So whenever there is a collision, even though the one station gets k equal to 0, which means even though it can start immediately, it is not supposed to start immediately at k equal to 0. The reason is this. Now it is an interesting question in the sense it answers some of the few questions. See, now even though at k equal to 0, even though a station gets k equal to 0, it is not supposed to start at k equal, immediately at k equal to 0 means waiting time is 0. It can start immediately, but then it is not supposed to start. The reason is, let us say there is a collision at half the way, and the collision signal has come back to you, and the collision signal has come back to the other side, and now when both sides see the collision signal, they'll understand that there is collision, but then before just knowing the collision signal, they might have aborted one bit. Both sides might have aborted one bit. For this last bit which just got aborted before seeing the collision, that bit has to go out of the channel. For this, the time taken will be at least 1 TP. So even though theoretically you get k equal to 1, which means you have the license to transmit the packet, practically you are not supposed to transmit the packet immediately. The reason is you are supposed to wait for at least some time, so that the last bit aborted will go out of the wire, so that the entire wire will be clear. So the reason is simple. I think you understood it, or if you didn't understand it, I'll take some other example and explain you. Let us assume that there is a traffic signal, and this is a 4-point junction, and let us say here for these two sides there is red light, which means they should not come out, and then the traffic is moving on this, and suddenly the traffic has been stopped, which means red light is given here, but immediately after giving red light at these points, we should not give the green light here. The reason is, before seeing the red light, one car or one bike might have just crossed the line. You should wait for that point, that that person to get out of the link. So you should wait for at least one propagation delay. Similarly here also, even though you could go immediately after seeing the collision signal, which means even though you could take the packet, let us say there is a collision at the half point and you came to know about the collision, even though you could directly transmit the packet after seeing the collision, you should wait at least for one propagation delay so that the entire disturbance in the link will get cleared. Otherwise what happens is, just before seeing the collision, the other side might have transmitted one bit and now that bit has to clear the link. So before that bit goes out of the link, you are not supposed to send the packet. So in this case, in this scenario between A and B, you should wait at least for 1 TP, right? Now let's solve the question. If you understood that point, I think solving the question is very easy. A is here and B is here. Now A and B are on the opposite sides and the propagation delay between these two is 12.5 milliseconds. Okay, and at time t equal to 0, A and B starts transmission. Right? And now what happens? When will the collision happen? At time t equal to exactly midway, 12.5 divided by 2 milliseconds, exactly midway, when both of them have started, exactly at midway, both the first bits will come here and they will collide, which means at time t equal to 12.5 by 2 milliseconds, there will be collision. Now the collision signal will come back in both the directions, isn't it? Therefore at time t equal to 12.5 milliseconds, A and B detects the collision, and stops, right? Then what happens? They will play the back off game. So at time t equal to 12.5 milliseconds only, for A k equal to 0 and for B k equal to 1, that is what they both have picked up. Therefore who could transmit immediately? A. But then even though A could start transmission immediately, it is not supposed to do that, because at this time, just before seeing the collision signal, B might have aborted one last bit and now that last bit has to clear the link, as well as A might have aborted one last bit, now that last bit has to clear the link. Anyway, the entire link has to be cleared. In order to clear the link after both the stations have stopped the transmission, it will take at least one propagation delay. The reason is the disturbance could be at one end, now that has to clear off the ring, which means the disturbance has to get out of the link. For this, the time taken is one propagation delay. So at time t equal to 12.5 milliseconds, A k equal to 0 and B k equal to 1, but A is going to wait for 12.5 plus 12.5 milliseconds. At this time A will start. A starts transmitting. What about B? B is supposed to wait for one time slot, and now the time slot will be set in such a way that even after A is starting very late, when B tries to start the signal, then it will see the A signal at the other side. That is how this time slot will be adjusted. So at time t equal to 25 milliseconds, A starts. Now after A starts transmitting, when will be the A's packet on the other side? We should give the entire transmission time plus propagation time. Therefore A will finish transmitting at time t equal to, at 25 it started, then when will it stop transmitting, which means when will the transmission be over is L by B, that is the transmission delay. What is L? L is 1000 bits divided by what is bandwidth? Bandwidth is given as, I think there is bandwidth given somewhere in the equation. Bandwidth is 10 Mbps. Bandwidth is given as 10 Mbps, therefore I am going to write L by B. Okay, so L by B is nothing but 10 into 10 power 6, which is 100 microseconds. So everything is given, these are given in milliseconds, but then here I am getting it as microsecond. Okay, so we could convert it to milliseconds only. So what will be the milliseconds is, it is actually 100 microseconds is what we are getting. Then it will be L by B. L by B is 1000 divided by 10 into 10 power 6, which is nothing but this entire factor, it is 100 microseconds, or you could take it as, I think, 0.1 millisecond, isn't it? 0.1 millisecond is 10 power minus 4, yes, 10 power minus 4, therefore 0.1 millisecond. So at 25.1 millisecond, A will finish the transmission. Then at time t equal to, after finishing transmission, the last bit will be on the other side, which means, see this, after finishing the transmission, the entire packet is on the link and the last bit is just on the link. Now the last bit has to go to the other side. When will we say that the entire packet is at B? When the last bit of the packet is at the B. Therefore after this 25.1 millisecond, we are going to wait. One second, I'll just see if it is millisecond or microsecond in the question. It is millisecond only. Okay, fine. So after this time 25.1 milliseconds, we are going to allow for one propagation delay. One propagation delay is nothing but 12.5 milliseconds. Therefore the total answer is 37.6 milliseconds. The entire A's packet will be at the other side. So see this, I'll explain you again. At time, now I'll explain this again. See this, at time t equal to 0, A and B will start transmission, and at time t equal to 12.5 divided by 2, there will be a collision, and now the collision signal will come back at 12.5 milliseconds, which means at time t equal to 12.5 milliseconds, both A and B will find out that, oh, there is a collision in the link, and therefore they stop. So at time t equal to 12.5 milliseconds, A will choose k equal to 0, which means that a random number chosen is 0. Therefore A is allowed, according to the algorithm, to transmit immediately. But then I told you that A should not transmit immediately, it should wait for at least one propagation delay. Therefore A is going to wait for 12.5 plus 12.5. Why? The time is already 12.5, it is going to wait for one more 12.5, which is nothing but the propagation delay. Therefore A will start transmitting at 25 milliseconds, and after it starts transmitting, since the size of the packet is 1000 bits and bandwidth is 10 Mbps, it is going to take 0.1 millisecond to finish the transmission, which means after 0.1 milliseconds, the entire packet is on the link, or the last bit is on the wire. Now that last bit has to travel from one end of the wire to the other end, right? Therefore, but the last bit to travel from one end of the wire to other end, it is going to take one propagation delay, which is nothing but 12.5 milliseconds. Therefore 25.1 milliseconds plus 12.5. Why? The last bit has to go to the other side. So at time t equal to 37.6 milliseconds, the entire packet is going to be on the other side. The reason is, it is not just enough that you transmit the packet. We say that a packet is at the other side only when all the bits are at the other side. Therefore we should transmit as well as propagate. Or in the timeline, I'll just give you what has happened here. At time t equal to 0, A and B starts, right? And at time t equal to 12.5 divided by 2, there is collision. And at time t equal to 12.5 milliseconds, A and B detects the collision, which means A and B will find out that, oh, there is a collision, right? And now at time t equal to 12.5 plus 0.1, which is nothing but 12.6 milliseconds, not 12.5 plus this, at time t equal to 12.5 plus 12.5, A will start. The reason is A will wait for at least one more propagation delay because we want the last bit aborted from the either sides to get out of the link. Therefore, A will start at time t equal to 25, right? And after A starts, which means at time t equal to, after A starts, how much time will it take for it to transmit the packet is, according to this L by B, I got 0.1, which means 25.1 milliseconds A will finish transmission. Okay, and after A finishes transmission, the last bit of the packet will be on the wire. Now that last bit has to go to the other end. So for that, how much time will it take is, at time t equal to finally 25.1 plus 12.5, which is nothing but 37.6 milliseconds. The packet of A will be at B. So A's packet will be completely delivered to B. So that is how this entire question can be solved. So final answer is 37.6 milliseconds. This will explain you how the CFMS CD will work. Okay.